Fire. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to Newsline, one full hour of interesting news from Liberia and beyond, plus background reports, interviews, and analysis. In the headlines at 2 o'clock, President Jose Nyema Boakai returns to Monrovia after Christmas visit to Lofa County. Vice President Jeremiah Kung concludes investigation into disparities between import costs and commodity prices. Labor Inspector Matthew Jones dismissed for allegedly issuing fake work permits to foreign workers. And away from home, Guineans await anxiously for the outcome of the country's first presidential election since the 2021 military coup. We also have the news in French, Simple Liberian, English, and sports. I'm Hassan Kiel presenting. But first, here is Grace Tao and the Bulletin of News.
President Joseph Boakai has returned to Monrovia following his annual Christmas visit to Lofa County. An executive mention release says the president's visit to Lofa was characterized by goodwill messages, reconciliatory engagement, town hall interactions, and development-related activities. During these engagements, the Liberian leader made brief stops and held discussions with residents of Polumatungia, Wasonga Town, and other areas in Foya District. The release termed the president's annual Christmas visit to Lofa as a long-standing tradition and a reaffirmation of his continued engagement with citizens at the grassroots level. Meanwhile, citizens of the county commended President Boakai for his leadership and stewardship over the past 2 years. Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn is expected to submit a comprehensive report on the contradiction between input costs and the prices of major commodities on the market. According to VP Kuhn, the comprehensive report will be submitted this week to President Joseph Boakai. On July 26, it can be recorded that President Boakai appointed the Vice President to chair a high-level presidential ad hoc committee to investigate the disparities between import costs and prices of basic commodities and recommend practical solutions for immediate action. At an appreciation dinner for Liberian business owners in Gantanimba County on Sunday, VP Cohn disclosed that the report, among other things, is recommending retail be exclusively reserved for Liberians. Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn stated that during the investigation, it was uncovered that Liberian-owned businesses are put at disadvantage by foreign businesses involved in retail sale. The Liberian Vice President stressed the urgent need to robustly streamline existing policies governing the business sector of the country. Labor Minister Councillor Kopo Kura has dismissed Labor Inspector Matthew Jones for allegedly issuing fake alien work permits to foreign workers for 1,000 United States dollars. Currently, all alien work permits are issued for 3,000 United States dollars. Minister Kura said the decision against Inspector Jones serves as a deterrent to anyone bent on engaging into criminal acts or malpractices that will tarnish the image of the ministry and the government. He warned staff of the ministry to be governed by moral ethics and values as the new year approaches.
When fake LRA received for Indian group, one of the employees of the Indian hospital get the junction in the name of the LRA, $1,000, indicating that the person has paid for work permit.
The Labor Ministry boss recounted the president's zero-tolerance stance on corruption, fraud, and other malpractices in the public sector. Meanwhile, dismissed Labor Inspector Jones has been turned over to the Liberian National Police for investigation. A staunch supporter of the Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, Professor P. Sidi Gwelia, has joined the Unity Party. Professor Gwelia, who completed the normal formalities over the weekend, said President Boakai is on the right path with the undertakings of developmental projects across the country. According to Professor Willia, the president prioritizing developments in the country affecting the rural communities. Our correspondent quotes Professor Willia as saying he left the CDC because of internal wrangling within the party. Meanwhile, the Unity Party Sino County chapter has welcomed Professor Willia and encouraged him to join efforts with the government to ensure growth and development. Liberia Revenue Authority (LRA) says it is intensifying its reform agenda for timely collection of the 2026 national budget. LRA Commissioner General Doba Jala named digital transformation, enhanced automation, and data-driven compliance as key steps the entity is taking. Speaking at a news conference Monday in Painesville, Commissioner Jala also disclosed robust nationwide taxpayer education and awareness campaigns as part of efforts to encourage compliance.
Target is substantial and demanding. However, just as complex national reform require patience, planning, and persistence, we are confident that through discipline, institutional reforms, and collective commitments, Liberia can meet this challenge.
The LRA bus wants every individual, institution, and business owner to be integrated into the tax system for the advancement of Liberia. Meanwhile, Commissioner Jala is commending taxpayers, individuals, and businesses for their continued support to the country revenue envelope. At the same time, Liberia Revenue Authority Commissioner General Double Jala has outlined major achievements at the entity for the past 2 years. According to him, LRA recorded 818 million United States dollars domestic revenue in 2025 and also exceeded its 2024 outturn of 699 million by more than 119 million. Speaking at a news conference Monday in Painesville, Commissioner Jala reaffirmed LRA's steadfast commitment to institutional discipline, professional integrity, and systematic reform.
Represents the highest level of domestic revenue collection ever achieved in the history of our country.
The LRA boss noted that the move demonstrated by the Liberia Revenue Authority clearly shows that Liberia's domestic resource mobilization efforts have been strengthened. Commissioner Jala is, however, craving increased budgetary support to address institutional and operational constraints facing LRA. Lofa County Senator Joseph Jala has described the dedication of the Boawulhun Community Microfinance Bank in Lofa County as a milestone achievement for residents of the county. Senator Jala said the construction of the local bank will help boost economic activities by supporting local businesses in the county. The Lofa County Senator noted that the bank will also provide financial services, promote saving culture, and empower women. He wants residents of the county to see the bank as a gateway to growth and microfinance development. The bank, worth over 100,000 United States dollars, was constructed by Robert Cisse, a Lofa citizen based in the United States of America. The Agricultural Ministry and partners have established the Seed for Liberia project to strengthen the agriculture sector. The Seed for Liberia project is an EU-sponsored initiative intended to transform the sector and produce standard and quality seeds for Liberian farmers. Deputy Agriculture Minister for Technical Services, Solomon Head Williams, said the Seed project is also a component of the National Agriculture Development Plan for the country.
Seed for Liberia project is of key component of our developmental agenda that addresses the way forward with regards to the National Agriculture Development Plan. The Seed for Liberia project is an important project to transform the agricultural sector by building strong local seed systems with our major value chains.
Speaking to ELBC Sunday in Painesville, Minister Head Williams said it will build a strong local seed systems for the farmers to produce more food. He said as a result of seed development and certification agency along with two other groups have been set up at the Ministry of Agriculture to ensure its productivity. The Armed Forces of Liberia has graduated about 56 officers from its Officer Candidate School program for 2025. The program is designed to train officers in the Army in carrying out professional and ethical behaviors while defending the nation and its people. This year's training program comprises 25 medical personnel officers, 31 regular officers, and one band officer. During the ceremony at the Barclay Training Center on Monday, the graduates were challenged to maintain the high standards of the Liberian Army. They were also urged to remember the core values of the AFL and warned that the military is not for job, rather, it's a place of service. The event brought together top government officials, including Finance and Development Planning Minister Gustin Gafwan, House Committee Chair on Defense Gize Colley, among others. Carisbrooke Magisterial Court has issued a stay order on all ongoing Transport Ministry Weight Bridge project related activities in Carisbrooke Statutory District, rural Montserrat County. Our correspondent said the intervention followed criminal trespassing charges filed in connection with the construction site. The stay order temporarily suspends the ministry's work until further investigations are completed, with a pending conference scheduled for January 2 next year. According to the rate, which copy is in the possession of this station, states George Smith, Jackson Flomo, and others are as identified as defendants allegedly in violation of Section 15.21 of the new Penal Law of Liberia. The complaint further said the defendants have begun constructing concrete structure or house on the property constituting the crime of criminal trespass. Meanwhile, the city mayor of Carisbrooke City, Edwin Ure, clarified that the land in question is a property of the Liberian government on ground that after measuring 75 feet away from the quota, the remaining land is a wetland. The administration of the Telewayan Memorial Hospital in Vonjama, Lofa County has turned over a 6-bed maternity waiting home to be used by residents of the community and surrounding areas. The facility is intended to ease the difficulties pregnant women face traveling along distances to access maternal care. According to our correspondent, the project was funded by the European Union under its Spotlight Initiative project. The newly refurbished maternity waiting home is designed to accommodate pregnant women for up to 1 month before delivery. Meanwhile, the administration of the Telewayan Memorial Hospital is encouraging the public to make full use of the facility. A group under the banner Youth Alliance for Responsible Governance has announced a planned peaceful march at the Capitol building on January 13, 2026. The group says the march is intended to formally petition the Senate to nullify the bill passed by the House of Representatives to increase its own seats to 87. Recently, members of the House agreed to increase the seats at the lower house, adding additional 14 districts across 11 counties being termed as undemocratic. In a release, the Youth Alliance for Responsible Governance urged the Senate to reject such proposal from the House, quoting Article 80E of the 1986 Liberian Constitution. The Alliance described the proposed bill as undemocratic. Buffalo County District 2 Representative Luther Collins wants all mining companies operating in the county to buttress government's effort in the rehabilitation of roads in the district. Our correspondent quotes Representative Collins as committing to work along with mining companies passionate about carrying out development initiatives in the district. Representative Collins also highlighted that continued engagement between him and citizens of the district will enable him hold mining companies accountable of their social corporate responsibilities to the area. Meanwhile, representatives of various mining companies in the district have committed to communicate the lawmakers' desire through their respective bosses. In another development, Buffalo County Senator Boto Kane has made a donation of rice and 20,000 Liberian dollars to the disabled community within the county. receiving the items. The coordinator of the Disabled Community Sickle Salif said he thanked Senator Cannon for the gesture. And that's the bulletin.
Chris Tower with that bulletin. I'm afraid I'm under the weather with that bulletin, and she comes back later with our weather and our foreign news. Listening to Newsline coming to you from the radio service of the Liberia Broadcasting System. We broadcast from Gainesville. One of the big stories we'll be following later. We'll be talking to AFL Chief of Staff, Major General Jefferson Fuller. Well, let's go to this one now, where President Joseph Nyima Boakai is back to Monrovia after concluding a 5-day productive visit to Lofa County. The visit, according to a release, formed part of the President's annual Christmas activities to the county. Pastor Talo has a summary of the Liberian leaders' engagements whilst in Lofa.
The President's visit